Welcome everybody. So today we are doing Yin Yoga. You can see that, I've written it in green. It's very warm, as you know, we all know. So it's slowing down, cooling down and letting go. So make sure you've got water with you. Make sure you've got bricks, blankets, pillows, whatever you need. Okay, we're actually going to start sitting. So we're going to do Sitali Pranayama, which is the cooling pranayama for hot weather. And it's even more effective if you have a drink of water. So start the yoga practice, just a little sip, not a gulp. You don't want a full tummy. So Sitali is either stick your tongue out, make a straw. 50% of the population can't do that because it's genetic. Or smile, like Gromit, and breathe through the teeth. So what we're doing is we're bringing warm air into the mouth and it passes over water. And as soon as that happens, it lowers the temperature of the air, so it cools the body. It also cools the mind, so it's very calming as a breath. So I'm going to start with it, and if you feel like you want to use it throughout the posture work, then just do that, or you can go back to a normal yoga breath, or you can intersperse it. So if you get a little bit hot, use the Sitali Pranayama again. So let's just start with a calming mudra as well. So just chin mudra, thumb and index finger together, just helps the brain calm down pretty much automatically. So you can use it anytime, anywhere. Okay, eyes closed. Now when you're ready, either bring the air in through your teeth or through the tongue. I actually prefer teeth, even though I can do both. I find it cools it down more rapidly. And then you close the mouth or bring the tongue back in, and then you breathe out of the nose. In through the tongue or the teeth. And out through the nose. Keep going. We'll do 3 more. Feel that sense of release, shoulders softening as you exhale. Lovely. Now for the last one, I want you to say mentally to self, breathing in. And breathing out. And throughout class, we're just going to use that really simple mantra, breathing in breathing out, so we can keep the mind focused. So let's lie down. So with Yin Yoga, excuse me, most of the postures are held for between 1 and 3 minutes. If at any point you just think, I'll hold this any longer, then you come out of it. Just relax the body. Okay. So first one, bring the soles of the feet together. I'm going to ask you to interlace the fingers and bring them above the crown of the head. Now, for some people, that's not comfortable, so release them. And you might find that after a little while, you need to bring them to the chest. So bring your attention to the breath and either continue with the Sitali Pranayama or just work with the breath. But either way, mentally say to yourself, breathing in and breathing out. And as you hold the shape, notice where there's maybe a deeper holding pattern, particularly around the groin area. Try to bring your attention to it as you continue to repeat, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And as you exhale, just really get that sense of giving the body permission to let go of whatever it's holding on to. When the mind wanders, bring it back. Keep repeating that simple mantra, breathing in, breathing out. One more minute. Lovely. Carefully bring the knees back, bring the hands back. Next movement, simply bring the right knee towards you. Draw it as close in towards the body as you can. We're not lifting the head in this one. Stretch the left leg away and hold. We'll just do a minute with these ones. Keep bringing the mind back. Keep repeating, breathing in, breathing out mentally to yourself with the breath. Lovely, releasing, switch sides. Squeeze the left in as far as you can, hold it close. Push the right leg away. A minute on this side. Keep the breath nice and deep into the belly. Lovely, release the leg, bring the right knee back towards you. Left hand on the outer edge of the right knee. Right arm in line with the ear, so stretch it up. And then bring the left leg across. If you need to, take a brick. If you can't get the big toe to rest on the floor, then rest the foot onto the brick. So we're coming into the twist and we're going to hold 2 minutes. Feel that sense of sinking into the spiraling movement. So we're just allowing really the body to try and switch off. So we're not moving quickly, so the muscles aren't in play. We're asking them to switch off. Breathing in. Breathing out. Three more breaths. Lovely, and release. If you need a brick, pop it to the other side so that the foot can rest on it. Left knee towards you, left arm overhead in line with the ear. Bring the knee across. So you're either resting the foot on the floor, or if that feels too much and you can't actually relax into the shape, then use the bricks. I'm a little bit tighter on my left side, so I'm going to use a brick. And again, let's settle in for 2 minutes. So Yin Yoga is absolutely brilliant for the fascia of the body. So remember, the fascia is that dense network that runs throughout the entire body, connecting everything. So just visualizing, using the breath to let go. Three more breaths. Lovely. Come back to center. Bring both knees towards you. Bring the feet up. This one's happy baby pose or stranded beetle. So if you struggle to reach to the feet, so I prefer coming to the inside. Sometimes I switch and I come to the outside. Sometimes I just grab my knees. So work out what's going to allow you to stay in that shape. We're going to hold for 3. Scan through the body as you continue to work with that simple mantra with the breath. Notice the areas that resist the shape. And let the breath into it, the focus into it. Remember, if you feel a little warm, you can use Sitali Pranayama. 3 more breaths. Lovely, and release, well done. Roll over to one side. So we're coming into a held back bend. So if you need a little bit of extra support for your elbows. Okay, so we're going to start with bring the hands together in Namaste and use the thumbs to hold your chin. So I'll do a minute this way. So you just sort of use that sort of stretch upwards like that. Breathe deep into the belly. And again, just keep repeating, breathing in, breathing out. It's lovely for the adrenal glands, this position. Feel how the breath is moving down into the belly. And then the belly's kind of pushing the visceral organs backwards, where it stimulates the kidneys and the adrenal glands. So that sense of the breath bringing in lovely fresh oxygen and prana. It's being carried through the blood vessels into the organs, the muscles, the cells of the body to rejuvenate them. Lovely. Now we're going to bring the elbows wider so that they're directly under the shoulders. You've got a little bit of a right angle going on here, Sphinx pose. And this time we're going to have an opposite action in the neck. So let the head drop down and hold. Really pay attention to the base of the skull and the neck in this position. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Lower the chest all the way down. This one's called cat grabbing the tail, which we do use in the other classes. So right arm out to the side, so it's in line with the shoulder. Turn the gaze to the left, bend the left knee, lift it up, take it all the way back. Good. Now bring the left hand up, drop it into the sacrum. If that's enough, stay with that. If you want to reach back and grab your tail, which is your tiptoes, then just breathe. Again, notice the resistance at the front of the body in this shape as it's a back bend. So if there's tightness at the front of the body, it can be quite tricky to bring the hand back and grab the toes. Lovely, releasing. Go the other way. Just nice and slowly position the left arm out, turn the gaze to the right, bend the right knee. Lift the leg up, roll the body back. So you're rolling the rib cage up towards the right. Right arm comes up, drop it either just into the sacrum or reach back and grab the toes. Remember to bring the mind back to the simple mantra, breathing in, breathing out. Three more breaths. Lovely, releasing. Bring the hands under the shoulders, push up. Bring the hands to the corner of the mat. Knees a little bit further away than the hip line. Melting heart, so we're going to do a minute with the head turned left and then a minute with the head turned right. Lower. Remember to keep repeating in the mind, breathing in, breathing out. Notice if you find that you fidget a little bit. Can you totally surrender to the shape? Turn the head the other way. Three more breaths. Carefully come up. Use a blanket for one of your knees. So this is a series of lunges. They're called dragons in Yin Yoga. So left knee on the blanket, right leg forwards. And again, you might need, often if you're in a Yin class where there's a lot of equipment, you're also going to have bolsters as well. So just making sure that you feel comfortable. And we're going to start with the upright dragon, which is the lunge with the hands here. So you don't really get up very often in Yin Yoga. So we're just coming up, closing the eyes, relaxing the arms, and letting the pelvis sink. We'll just do a minute here. Breathing in, breathing out. Three more breaths. Let the hands lower. Come down as low as you can. So some of you may not need support. Some of you may be able to bring the forearms to the floor. Head relaxed. Some of you might find that actually you just want to use the arms straight and relax the head. Another minute. Remember, if you're starting to get a little bit warm, use a bit of Sitali Pranayama, in through the teeth or the tongue, out through the nose. Three more breaths. Lovely. Come back up. Step the right knee back. Left leg forwards. Surprisingly quite hard to hold, isn't it, for a minute? Okay, so we're doing the upright position first. The arms are soft, the pelvis is moving downwards. Just focus on the breath, breathing in, breathing out, eyes closed. Three more breaths. Let the hands come down, use bricks, bolsters at home, or maybe just the arms, cushions, whatever works for you. Head relaxed. Three more breaths. Lovely, come back up. Sit on the right hip. If you want to pad up, then pad up. So this is like a swastika pose. Bring the shin a little bit further forwards and the back leg a little bit further back. I'm actually going to hold a twist first. So I want you to turn to the right. Kind of just let yourself drop into the right arm. Hold. Feel this really subtle movement inside the body as we hold. You can feel it starting to move into the visceral organs, so that the liver's responding to the movement, the ascending colon, the right kidney. Lovely, come back round. I'm going to lean over the right leg. So you might find, so depending on what's happening in your hip, if you want a smaller angle, bring the heel in. If you want a bigger angle, bring the heel out. You might find you want a couple of bricks or a cushion or a bolster, and you just want to lay your head on it. Just really use as much props as you need to in order to let the body more or less switch off, so it becomes effortless.
Keep repeating the simple breath mantra, breathing in, breathing out. Carefully come up.
Switch sides. So now you're sitting on the left hip. Use a little rolled up blanket if you want to. We'll start with the twist. Turn to the left as far as you can and just lean. So now we're working on that descending colon, the stomach slightly to the left, spleen and the pancreas. Notice how the neck feels. Move the head into position so that you can completely relax. Three more breaths. Lovely, come back round. Position the front leg if you want to push it a bit further away from you. Come over the leg, use bricks, bolsters, cushions, whatever you need to hold the shape. Lovely, carefully come up. Take the legs wide. Have the bricks available. We're going to bring the right leg in and fold forwards. So some of you might find you can just come forwards flat, face on the floor, not me. Nice little brick. and a blanket. And you might find that you kind of go off centre a little bit. That's okay. Just sort of, we just want the body to release. Try to get the head relaxed, neck relaxed, shoulders relaxed. You can turn the bricks up much higher if that helps. Maybe pop a blanket on. Or if it doesn't help because the forward action in your body is limited, then use the hands, just relax the head. Three more breaths. Come back up when you're ready. Switch sides. You'll notice the sides are different, so we're very asymmetrical. So just make adjustments, be aware of the sit bones, the hamstring in the straight leg, back of the neck, shoulders, and just let the body release into the shape. So there's no right or wrong way, just try and get as much release, so there's as least amount of effort as possible in holding the shape. Three more breaths. Lovely, come back up. Take the feet wide. And again, fold forwards, so that again you might be here and just let the head relax. or you might be coming forwards with bricks and a blanket, or you might have your forehead on the floor and your arms straight out, if you're super flexible. Notice where the body's resisting, so I can feel it in my ankles actually. I'm just going to try and bring my attention to them and breathe into them. Three more breaths. Lovely, coming back up. So before we lie down, we're going to do Sitali Pranayama again. We're going to do it slightly differently. So there's lots of different ways to do it. We're going to use it with bee breathing for the vagus nerve calming. So you're going to breathe in through the tongue or the teeth, and you're going to close the mouth and you're going to hum the exhale out. Fingers to ears. We're going to do 9. So you count 9 in your own time and then lie down. So in through the tongue or the teeth. when you've completed, work with the knees bent, feet wide. So we switch off the psoas muscle. It looks like that. So feet are wide, knees are together. Hands just resting on the tummy. Simply observing the breath, the in, the out. Bring your attention to the feet, to the toes, the space between the toes. Be aware of the tiny bones of the feet and the muscles, ligaments. And imagine taking a breath directly into the feet, as if you're breathing into the feet themselves. And as you exhale, breathe out into the earth. Let the energy pour out through the sole of the foot. Just keep the mind focused on the feet as you breathe, using the exhalation to release any tension. Shift your attention to the ankle, add that in. Breathe into the ankle, breathe out through the feet. Bring your attention to the knees, notice where they touch. Be aware of the inner knees, the whole of the lower leg. Breathe in with your attention at the knees. And then breathe down through the lower legs and out through the feet. A flow of energy releasing outwards as you exhale. Just clearing out any stagnation from the body's energy field, cells. Focus on the knees. This time we're going the other direction. So we're going up the leg into the hips as we exhale. From the knees into the hips. Be aware of the exhalation traveling out through the sacrum into the earth. So we start with the focus at the knees as we breathe in, and then we let the exhalation pour down into the hip, into the pelvis, and out into the earth. Be aware of the whole of the belly area where the hands are touching. Nice deep breath in. Let the exhalation pour out through the lower back into the earth. Be aware of the palms of the hands and the fingers, the tiny bones, the sinews of the hands, the wrists. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, pour your awareness down into the elbows where they touch the floor, releasing from the fingers to the elbows. Shift your attention to the center of the chest. Take a deep breath in. Pour out through the shoulder blades into the earth. Maintain the focus as you breathe in at the chest. And this time as you exhale, direct the energy along the upper arms down into the elbows. So you're releasing from the shoulders to the elbows now. Be aware of the whole of the face. Imagine you're breathing in through the whole of the face. And as you exhale, release out through the back of the head into the earth. Feel a sense of the brain nestling backwards and creating a little bit more space at the front. And then release all effort and simply rest in the stillness. And when you're ready, just have a stretch, take a breath in. Open the mouth and sigh out. Roll over to one side. Bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And down through the midline. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.